Can you put glass in the oven? Plus 4 ways to avoid breakage. Do you love glass bakeware but are hesitant to buy it because it risks breaking? Do you want to know whether it is safe to bake your pie on a glass plate? Can small bowls go in the oven without being shattered? Don't hesitate, this post will help you to comprehend the types of oven-safe glass and the correct ways to use them in the oven safely without being broken. Can you put glass in the oven? Yes, all types of glass are oven-safe, particularly Pyrex, borosilicate, Anchor Hocking and Corningware. But some potential factors such as using sudden temperature shifts, thermal shocks and extremely high temperature can cause your glass to break. You can keep your glass from shattering and conserve your food from wastage by using the perfect oven-safe glass at moderate temperatures, avoiding sudden temperature shocks. Let's read on to know more. Can you put glass in the oven? While using glass in the oven, safety is paramount. All oven-safe glass with no metal rim can be used in the oven, but the risk of breaking still haunts you. The key point is before putting your glass in the oven, you must discern whether it is manufactured for cooking and baking and can resist high temperatures. How do you know if your glass is oven-safe? All glass cookware is oven-safe if it is labeled as oven-safe and is placed in a preheated oven at moderate temperature. Oven-safe glass, including treated, tempered and Pyrex glass, can tolerate a certain temperature limit of 350–420 F. You should follow safety cares and avoid too high temperatures to keep your glass from shattering. If you choose glass bakewares for cooking and baking, then Anchor Hocking, Libby Baker and Corningware are best for you. Can glass cups and plates go in the oven? It is tempting to bake cupcakes and apple pie in glass cups and plates. But here comes a question. Can glass cups and plates go in the oven without being cracked? Yes, Pyrex glass cups and plates can go in the oven if they are specifically made for oven and microwave usage. While cooking and baking in small glass cups, bowls and plates, you have to be more careful. Always preheat the oven at a moderate temperature before baking. Glass takes less time to bake or cook your food, keep on monitoring when food is under process. Do not expose your glass cups and plates to thermal shocks. When you remove a glass from the oven, avoid placing it on the hot stove, a cold or wet place, because it can break or shatter your glass. Is it safe to put drinking glass and small bowl in the oven? Drinking glass, small bowls and glass lids are not designed to endure oven temperatures. Small glass bowls and plates are also unable to withstand sudden and frequent temperature changes. You can particularly put small glass bowls, containers and dishes in the oven safely if they are specifically labeled as oven-safe, as Pyrex grab glass bakeware is recommended for you. Be careful, do not put glass lids in the oven to avoid any possible breakage. What potential reasons can cause glass to shatter in the oven? Here are some potential factors that can cause your glass to break even it is labeled as oven-safe, tempered or Pyrex glass, etc. These reasons are as follows. 1. Using incorrect or cracked glass. It is very important to select the right type of glass to put in the oven for baking and cooking. Ordinary, untreated glass and many others not labeled as oven-safe should not be used as oven cookware. They can't tolerate high heat, thermal shocks and easily get damaged. Tempered glass is heat-resistant and can safely be used in the oven for cooking because it can withstand high temperatures. But tempered glass can't resist thermal shocks and shattered at extremely high temperatures. Borosilicate glass is high heat-resistant and is more durable than tempered glass. It can tolerate sudden thermal shocks and extremely high temperatures without breaking or shattering. 2. Sudden and extreme temperature changes. Thermal shock is the prime reason that can cause your glass to break or shatter. Glass is incapable to tolerate extreme and sudden changes in temperatures. When glass is exposed to sudden or frequent high or low temperatures, your glass can expand or contract and let the glass shatter into pieces. Your glass container would be susceptible to cracking if you put it directly in the oven after removing it from the fridge or freezer, or if you immediately place a hot glass from the oven into a cold water dish to cool down quickly. 3. High temperature in oven. While using glass for heating, cooking and baking, stay below the recommended temperature even you are using tempered or Pyrex glass. Usually, a safe temperature limit for glass is 350–420 F. Monitor the temperature level carefully. At high temperatures more than the recommended limit, your glass might be at risk of breaking or cracking. Tips to avoid glass from cracking or breaking. Though tempered glass is oven safe, yet the risk of cracking or breaking will always be there. Follow these basic tips to keep glass safe in the oven while baking, cooking and heating your food. 1. Check for oven safe label. When you buy your oven glass, bakewares and containers, make sure they are labeled as oven safe. While choosing glass for baking, cooking and heating in the oven, don't forget to check for the glass if it is oven safe or not. Emphasize on an oven safe label. Do not put ordinary glass in the oven as it is not made to use in the oven. 2. Use tempered or Pyrex glass. When it comes to baking and cooking in glass, not all glass cookware is safe. Tempered, Pyrex and borosilicate glass are safe to use in the oven as they are specifically made for oven usage. To save your glass from breaking, do not exceed recommended temperatures. Use borosilicate glass as is strong and can tolerate thermal shocks and high temperatures. 3. Check the glass for crack or structural weakness. Inspect the glass if there is any crack or structural weakness before you put it in the oven. Only a perfect glass is reliable to go in the oven safely. Any weak point can break the glass when it undergoes drastic temperature changes. Be careful, any chip or small crack even though it is Pyrex or borosilicate glass can cause your glass to break while cooking in the oven. 4. Avoid extreme or quick temperature changes. Glass bakeware cannot bear extreme temperature changes, even though it is oven safe and heat resistant glass. Do not put your cold glass directly into the oven after removing it from the freezer. Let it reach room temperature. Similarly, when you take your glass out of the oven, let it cool down on a hot pad or dry surface. To keep your glass from breaking, avoid washing hot glass with cold water and vice versa. The goodness of using glass, bakewares and containers in the oven. Why glass is your first choice for cooking and baking? Why do you prefer glass while so many other options are available for you? Here are some benefits which reveal why you prefer glass. While cooking at high temperatures, glass bakewares do not release toxins, unlike other materials. Glass containers are ideal if you want to remove chemicals, bad odor and toxins from your food. Because of its clear texture, you can easily watch and monitor your food in the process. Glass is preferred because you can bake, cook, reheat and store your leftover food in the same pot. Glass containers are easy to clean because of their non-porous structure. Most asking questions. Can extreme temperature changes cause the glass to break in the oven? Yes, extreme temperature changes can break the glass. Though Pyrex glass is oven safe, it can also explode if the glass gets a sudden and extreme temperature shock. You put a cold glass container from the fridge directly into a hot oven or place a very hot glass container instantly in cold water. Is it safe to put cracked glass in the oven? It is risky and unsafe to put cracked or chipped glass in the oven. Cracked glass is more inclined to breakage and can't tolerate high temperatures and easily break into pieces. Can you place a cold glass container in a hot oven? No, it's not safe because glass is not able to tolerate thermal shock. Your glass can break or shatter due to a sudden temperature shock, creating a mess. Let it come to room temperature. Now you can put your glass in the oven safely while you start preheating process. Final thoughts. Glass bakewares are multi-purpose, making your food more presentable and convenient as a one-pot bake, serving and storing container. Tempered, Pyrex, borosilicate glasses are high heat resistant and oven safe. But these glasses can also break if you do not follow precautions while using them in the oven. The key point is to avoid drastic and quick temperature changes or thermal shocks. Your glass can safely go in the oven as possibly as you stay below the limit of recommended temperatures.